I don't even need to know what excuse you're giving, what old story you're telling, or whatever you're saying is holding you back to tell you the truth right now. That literally nothing is stopping you from achieving your wildest dreams except procrastination, except starting right now. And then that literally is the solution, is literally do it now. And I know you're immediately, a gajillion thoughts are like, I can't just do it. I don't have the time. I don't have the skills. I don't have the equipment. I don't have the... You're smart. You're capable. You are unique. You are one of a kind in this entire world. Yes. If I let's play a game right now. If I could bet $1 million that if you tried hard enough, you could figure a way out, or not bet that money, I bet the million every time, and I'd be a quadruple trillionaire by now. And so, what I really want you to know is just don't make the same mistakes that I did. It took me literally 3 years, 3 years to start this YouTube channel. And yes, I had another channel. I practiced a bunch of different content projects and all this stuff. But like, I kept stopping, I kept pausing, I kept making excuses. I kept telling myself why I can't have all the things that I want and why it's not good enough, instead of just freaking doing it. And so, here's what you're gonna do today. Starting today, no more playing on hard mode, no more being your biggest enemy up here, no more procrastinating and waiting on your dreams, because we are gonna simplify every single thing right now, and there's only 5 things you need to do. The first, number 1, is, what is your why? So the thing that you're procrastinating on, which if I had to guess, is something really important to you. Like, it's about your health or a business you want to start. It's about a dream you've always thought about. So to get our momentum going, I want you to think about your reason why you want that. And said differently, if you don't have a strong enough reason, you're never going to do it. There will always be an excuse. There will always be something more important getting in the way. And so, said differently, if we can help you get an unstoppable why, an unstoppable reason for why you need to do this thing in your life, why you want to do this thing, that's when you become unstoppable. And so, to do this, I have this amazing practice called the 7 layers of why. It comes from Dean Graziosi, if you've heard of him, and it is so good. So let's say you wanted to start a business. I want you to ask, why do I want to do that? And you're like, okay, cool, I want to sell products. And you're like, cool, why do I want to do that? Oh, it's to make money. Okay, why do I want to do that? Oh, it's to achieve financial freedom. Ooh, now we're getting somewhere. But why do you want financial freedom? Oh, it's so I can travel and experience the world. Why do you want to do that? Oh, so I can feel like I've lived life to the fullest and experienced all this world has to offer. And you're like, well, why do I want to do that? And you're like, so I can have a fulfilling life and bring joy and happiness to my loved ones, my family, and my friends. Now we're getting somewhere. And then let's bring it home. Hopefully this is layer number 7. I didn't count. It's like, why do you want to do that? And you're like, that's what I feel like I'm here, put on this planet to do. To help people to spread love and to enjoy life. That, when you can get to a reason that evokes some strong emotion or your destiny or your purpose or connecting with others, that is what's going to drive you. It's not going to be the superficial things, the vain things, the making the $1 million, buying the yacht or whatever. It's not going to be that. But what I love about this is it's powerful in both ways. Use this to find the things, find the reasons that are unshakable, unstoppable. And on other projects, if you find you do this and you're like, I kind of got stuck, I didn't really have a good reason, or if like me, I wound up being a corporate lawyer, and if had I done this, it would have been like, oh, because my parents said this was a smart idea, society thinks this is a safe bet, and I'll make stable money. No. Or sure, I should say that's fine if that's temporary. That's fine for a season of your life. But you're worth so much more than that. Don't waste your time with things that don't have a powerful enough reason for you to do them. So that's number one. We're going to weed out the stuff by finding your why. Step number two. Well, actually, one final thing. I want you to write down that powerful why, that reason. Write that down, put it on your fridge, put it on your wallpaper somewhere, and read that every day. That is what's going to help push you through the challenging times. Step number two, we're going to break it down into small steps. You're also procrastinating because you're telling yourself you need to do this enormous task all at once. And again, that's hard mode. We're not going to do that anymore. So I want you to ask, what are the 3 to 5 big steps or projects that you need to do to move this thing forward? And no, you're not going to set more than this. Literally 3 to 5. If you are a pro, it's going to just be 3 because that is so simple. And what I want you to do from there, actually, let me give you a quick example. Let's say you had a health-related goal. I'm like, cool, your big 3 projects are going to be exercising, nutrition, and sleep. Like that is it. You do these 3 things, you're going to make massive progress. And this comes from the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle, which says that only 20% of the stuff you do actually produces 80% of your results. Said differently, most of the stuff we do does not move the needle. So let's get rid of that, please. Another example, let's say you want to start a business. It's like, cool, let's refine your target audience, who you're helping. Let's refine your core offer of what you're going to provide. And then let's start marketing, like create a landing page or a social media account or something. Boom, that's it. That's all we need to get started. You don't need to reinvent the whole wheel. You don't need to revolutionize things right now. We just need to get the ball moving. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your first project and you're going to break that up into small bite-sized tasks. Not sure if you can hear that car alarm, but now it's off. Cool. And so again, with the exercise one, let's say it's like, okay, I'm going to research gyms, sign up for a gym membership. I'm gonna make sure I have gym clothes. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to give me a gym routine. And then from there, I'm just gonna go to the gym on these days. Boom, that's it. Like just follow that. Don't add more steps. Don't try to make it crazy. The goal here is I want you to make it almost so absurdly simple to do that each next task is just like, oh, okay, that's it. Yeah, I can do that. And then number 3, we're going to set a reward and a deadline. So first, a deadline or target dates, if you don't like that word, on when you need to get these things done. That helps drive you. The goal is not to get every single thing done on every target date you set. No, the goal is to have a structure to help move your life forward and tell you when you need to be doing certain things. It's also helping you to build discipline. Every time you set a deadline that you stick to, you are building trust with yourself. And that is one of the most valuable parts of this whole process. Next, you're going to set a reward for all the projects that you set. So those 3 to 5. And I really want you to set something juicy, something that excites you, something that you're like, okay, actually, if I get this done, that would be pretty dang cool. And so I'm trying to find this sweet spot between something that I don't do for myself all the time, because then that doesn't have meaning. Not something too expensive, because maybe you can't afford that right now. So somewhere in the middle, it's like, okay, maybe it's a new outfit. Maybe it's like a solo date night for myself. And if it could be random stuff like me, I don't go to movies by myself. So I treated myself to like a movie night to myself. And that was really nice. And then with all of that, with your deadlines, you're going to have this on your calendar. So that helps keep you on track of what you need to do. Number 4. You need to eliminate distractions, my friend. We live in an era where literally everything is competing for your attention, and that's your most valuable resource. So we are going to conserve that like the last drop of delicious, insert your favorite drink here. And the way I like to do this is, first, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And you're like, yeah, I do that too. I have a sleep focus on. No. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb for most of the day. For most of the day. And literally, I'll have it on for work mode, which means I check my phone when I want to. Not when I get a buzz, not when I see a text message pop in. Like, none of that. I've also personally turned off notifications on most apps as well, because I decided I want to check these apps like Instagram when I want to, not when it tells me to. And another great one here, Ali Abdaal, if you know him, brilliant productivity expert, recommends an app called Opal. And you can use this to block apps, specific apps, and specific times of day. So let's say you were scrolling all the time in the morning or at night. You can literally say, block those apps during that time frame and start just like crushing those bad habits. Another one that's really helped me is a website called Toggl, Toggl. And I use this to track my time. And it's so funny. Had you asked me this even a year ago, John, I want you to track your time, I'd be like, you're crazy. I don't like you. And please get out of my house. And now it's literally my favorite thing ever. What I do is I track my focus hours for work only, not everything in my day. And you literally, in this website, you just type in what you're working on and you hit play. And then it starts a timer. Literally, something like triggers in my brain. I hit play and I'm like, okay, like that's the thing I'm working on. It's not answering messages and replying to emails and doing all this other stuff and talking to a friend. Is literally that task. And we still get distracted. It's okay, but that helps you like really be intentional with the time that you're spending. And again, I recommend using this for just like those big projects that you're working on, or whatever the big thing that you're trying to drive forward is, or not procrastinate on. And then that brings us to number 5. I want you to do your best to find some kind of accountability buddy or friend who can support you in this journey. The biggest thing I've learned, and I'll bring it back to this, creating this account 3 years after, wanting to do this kind of stuff. Don't do it alone. When you are alone, you will overthink, you will make excuses, you will see roadblocks. But when you do it with a friend, that's when it becomes fun. That's when you realize like, whoa, we're all in this together. We're in this crazy journey called life. We're here to learn from each other. And to give you a few examples, I joined Ali Abdaal's productivity lab, his like first cohort group. That's been awesome to just see other people on the similar journeys. I joined a separate accountability group called Success Circles, where I meet with someone 5 times a week, where we share what we're working on, what our obstacles on, what our obstacles are, what we need help on, and just like talking about our why, our purpose, what we're showing up for. But also I recommend checking Reddit. There's Facebook groups. I have a friend who uses FocusMate, where you literally go on this website and you join a video call where you're all committed to working, where I don't even think you talk. You just are like showing up on video to say like, I'm serious about this. So yeah, join some kind of community. Reach out to your current friends and say like, what are you guys working on? Or maybe you have some coworkers who share like the same goals as you. And a big thing that I practice doing is, instead of asking how I can do this, ask who can help me do this, who could support me in this. And that is going to become one of your superpowers. So I wanted to end this by sharing with you, like, why do I care about this so much? Like, I literally am so passionate about helping people design and manifest their dream lives, overcome limiting beliefs, and particularly like moving past procrastination and perfectionism, because like looking at my journey, that is what's held me back. That is what's created that gap, what's created that wall between my current reality and where I want to be. And I know we're all on our own learning journeys, and I can't solve this for you. But if you can just take one lesson from this, or one little ounce of inspiration of learning that you're not alone in this. And like, I was there too. Like I said in the beginning, I kept working on content, trying to find my voice, my brand, how I was going to help people. And I kept stopping. And I have these long periods of time where I was like, no, I need to overthink the production and the editing and the value and do something unique instead of just showing up, instead of just doing it. And so the biggest lesson of all of this, you got the 5 steps for how to like get the ball going, but the biggest thing is just do it. Just start now. You are going to suck in the beginning. I did too. Everyone does. That is literally part of the process. That is not to be avoided. It's not to be like, cool, I have to jump in and be the expert now. You are literally going to do yourself and the world the biggest service by just starting and sucking now. I promise, you are going to inspire other people to start their own journeys. And through that process of sucking, you're going to one day become amazing. Like, I truly promise you, showing up daily is the only superpower to actually building skills. And I promise, even if it doesn't feel like it now, you are going to overcome procrastination and perfectionism by just doing that, committing and showing up daily. And so, if this has been helpful to you, my friend, I've actually made a system in Notion that I personally use that not only helps me design and manifest my dream life, but it helps take you through all these steps actually, and takes what I call a manifestation goal and breaks that down into those key projects and those key steps. It even has a spot for you to add rewards and deadlines, and it shows a little progress bar as you get tasks done. And the coolest part, my favorite part, is once you fill this out, it literally creates your weekly calendar. Not for just this week, but for as long as it takes to get those projects done. And it shows you what you need to get done. And this is the one thing, I've stopped using every other app because I found it too messy and disorganized, and they just weren't doing what I needed. And now literally it brings me so much joy to be like, cool, I just pop up my phone, I check this list of what am I going to do today, and then I say like, oh, okay, cool, actually I don't have time for this one, so let's push that to tomorrow. But boom, I got the rest of my day planned out. So if that sounds interesting to you, there's a link in my link underneath my banner in my bio, and there's more information there on my shop. And yeah, you got this, my friend. Like, today's the day. And if you really want to go the extra mile, literally make it today, where you get that first thing done. And if it makes you feel uncomfortable, that is exactly how it should feel. You're headed in the right direction. And in case no one's told you today, you're perfect exactly as you are. You are worthy of your wildest dreams. And I love you. And with that, I will see you in the next one.